Hello, students. I want to tell you a little story that happened just now actually, with one of my neighbors that I just met here. This is the golf course and Bella was running. You can see Bella, she's way over there with my husband already. They went ahead. What happened is something that happens all the time. You meet somebody who has dogs and then you start the conversation about how much they must love animals. And that means that obviously they don't eat them, right? And then the person looks always a bit stunned, like, no, I still eat animals. And then they start to look a little bit uncomfortable. And then you say to them, well, did you know that dogs can be vegan? You don't have to pay people to hurt animals for you. They can be 100% healthy. And this, of course, is right after they finish saying how great the dog looks, our dog Bella, and how healthy she looks and everything. And then again, they have that look on their face like of discomfort. And then what happens inevitably is they start talking about, my daughter's vegan, or my brother's vegan, or someone at work is vegan. And it's like, okay, but I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. So, you got to try to do this in a nice way with a smile on your face, lighthearted, because otherwise it can get pretty difficult. The person looks away, avoids eye contact, says, well, I don't actually eat that many animals. I just eat meat like, a couple times a week or once a month or something like that. They always have some sort of excuse. And then you say, well, if you know it's wrong, then why do you continue? I mean, if you know racism is wrong, you don't just, partake in racism once a week or twice a week. You just stop it completely, right? And then they always look a little bit uncomfortable again, not quite sure what to say. But yeah, this is how it goes typically. You vegans, I know that you experience the exact same thing. This consistent frustration, no matter how old the person is. They could be 15 years old, they could be 20, 30, 40, 50. This guy was about 60 years old, I'd say. And this is the way it goes. Cognitive dissonance. This incredible disconnect that people have. And you mentioned something like, well, how would you feel if somebody took a chunk out of your dog's leg, just like, only once a week, just eat your dog slowly, a little bit at a time. And they kind of have this awkward laugh, like, and I said, well, that's kind of what you're doing. You're eating one chicken leg, and then the next day you're eating, or the next couple of days you're eating part of a chicken wing or something like that, a breast. And yeah, anyway, it's very awkward to try to talk to people in real life, but it's really important once in a while to do that, to keep practicing, to remember that we are advocates for the animals everywhere we go. Of course, the intention is not to try to upset people and try not to make their lives worse, but to raise awareness. And it's unfortunately really hard to do that if they are completely closed off and you can't really relate to them in the way that you really want to. But my message to you today is, do activism online as much as you possibly can, and practice to speak to people online in the way that I am, like speak to you or camera. But whenever you can, try to raise awareness a little bit with people in your neighborhood, because it takes, remember, 100 clicks to become vegan. You got to get the message in your head. You got to get it into your heart, and know you will most likely not turn that person vegan overnight just like that because of your conversation. But see, you might have a conversation, and the next day I might meet the same person, and then somebody else will meet that person, and so on. And eventually they'll be like, wait a second, there's a lot of vegans in this world, and maybe I should be vegan too. It all comes from these little clicks. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep at it. And that also means here on YouTube or whatever social media, to keep reminding people who have lots of followers to be vegan. If, for example, you see that somebody, in this case, let's talk about me. I managed to get somebody with 30 million followers to pay attention to the vegan message. That's Sniper Wolf. And not just once, she did several videos about me. But you as animal rights activists have a job then, and that is to jump on there and do videos about her as well. Because then the ball is rolling. If it's just me, and then she doesn't see any other people doing videos about her, it's really hard for her to get all those clicks just coming from me. So that's how vegans can help each other more often. vegans supporting vegans. That's a hashtag that I use over on TikTok and on Instagram. If you are doing something to support other vegans in your activism, right, vegans supporting vegans. And whatever activism you do, such as today, for example, somebody went online and said that they're going to do other things. This is an animal rights activist who I respect, I admire, but the person said, you know, I want to talk about other things more on my channel. And I said, I'm unsubscribing. And the reason I said that is because that person did not indicate whether they were going to be wearing any kind of shirt that said veganism on it, I'm vegan, or a little banner at the bottom, or their name itself was just their name. It wasn't like that vegan teacher or that vegan lawyer or whatever. So I wasn't happy to hear that, because we have so many people talking about the wars. We have so many people talking about all kinds of other issues in the world, but we have so few people talking about the animals. So what we need is people talking about the animals. Now, can they talk about other things? Of course. But you have to have a shirt that says, I'm vegan, or be vegan, or vegan for the animals all the time, or a hat, or some kind of message, a sign, something, so that people who come and see your channel know that you're vegan. An example of somebody who is vegan, but a lot of people don't even know about it, is Russell Brand. Now, he has 5 million, almost 5 million followers on YouTube, and the problem is that a lot of people follow him for his political content, but they don't know that he's vegan. And that's because he doesn't have a sign anywhere. He just mentions it on occasion, once every, I don't know how many videos. And, you know, people just happen to notice it if they watch that one video. But people should know Russell Brand is vegan, and he's an ethical vegan, and they should know it every time they watch any video of his, whether it's just a little pin on a lapel or something. So, to sum up the story, do activism in real life, do activism online, and never give up, because the animals need you every day, all the time. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Click on them. I'll just film the sky while you guys look at them. Be curious. Look around my channel. There are so many videos to look at. And if you'd like to help support my activism, you can join the Patreon team for $3 a month. That helps to sustain me. And you can also spread the news about this channel if you like. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck in your activism. Love you guys for trying to be as vegan as possible. See you in the next video. Bye for now.